Hello, team. How are you? Let me pull up so I can see if you are talking to me. We know that that doesn't happen on Facebook. So I have
Team,
to.
how are
So I can see you now. All right. So, um, mid campaign, campaign 4. Holy bejesus. This has been one heck of a campaign with all of the 25% off offers. And then we had the $40 free shipping offer. Wow, just wow. This has been an explosive campaign for me. And I hope that you're finding the same thing. Um, we're definitely, tracking. Alma and I are still in the running for the consistency challenge from Avon. So yay for us. Um, I'm hoping we can get consistency working in more areas. I want to start paying more attention to not only those of us who are selling big. Yes, I want to absolutely cheer us on. We are doing fantastic. And in the end, for most of us, this is about making money and paying bills. Some of us, this is just personal shopping and a nice, nice way to get a discount. Maybe you're somewhere in the middle. You just want to pay for your products, have your products paid for, and that's where you are. All of us are on a different journey when it comes to Avon, but I'm gonna kind of talk to those who are really wanting to grow their business. That's kind of who I'm talking to tonight. Have you been watching the or going to, or watching the replays of the training that Avon has been giving us? As a leader, I go to leader training. I also go to all of the training that is provided as an ambassador. Because even though I've been doing this for almost 9 years, my second time, um, there's still more to always learn. And I am not just here preaching or telling you what to do. I'm out here doing it. I'm out here growing my business and trying to figure it out just along, right beside the rest of you. So don't put me on a pedestal. I bring in President's Club. Oh, almost what about I do about 17,000 a year, so that's pretty good. I'm doing something right, but I could do better. You can always do better. Um, but so I know something of what I'm talking about, but I don't know it all, and I want to learn with you. And things are always changing. That's the one thing too, is that you think you've got a handle on it, and then everything changes. That's one thing that hit me in all of the training that we've been talking about is digital has really become essential. Um, if you're going to grow, it has become essential. That's why I said I'm kind of talking to those of us who are making a business out of this and who are doing some type of outreach, and we're trying to get customers and or recruits. Digital, but digital is, I know that, a lot of times, and I feel the pressure too. A lot of time is, you're feeling or being told, or you're just, you bring it up yourself, is that you've got to have content out there constantly. I'm not your gal. I struggle because I always am worried about perfection. I'm not camera ready today. I don't feel like doing my makeup today, but I wanted to do a makeup video. So I keep putting it off and putting it off. Well, I am washing my face and I am putting on skincare. So why aren't I bringing those videos? I need to possibly, you also, we need to actually bring it in. Hi, Yolanda. We need to actually, be bringing our authentic. I've always said this, that's why we're Team Amazing. Be amazingly, uniquely you. People are buying from you. I was recently, and one of the things that they said in one of the trainings, I think it was just this last training for everybody, we all could do it. It was talking about how consumers shop. And it says 78% of customers research online before purchasing. That's me. 65% research online even when buying in person. I am guilty, and tell me if you are. I am guilty of, I could be in the store and I still pick up my phone to research, can I get it cheaper somewhere else? Has somebody told me about it? Did I see it on TikTok? Did I see a friend talking about it on Facebook? What was it that they said about it, or what brand did they say I should buy? I do that when I'm in the store. And then shopping journeys include digital and in-person touch points for about 80%. So yeah, so they need to be, they say that there are a lot of touch points before somebody decides to buy. They need to see it over and over. So it's not I shared this product, so it's been seen, I'm not going to share it again. No, if it's a product you're using over and over, share it over and over. Doesn't mean show the exact same video over and over, because people are going to get tired of seeing it. But it means if you are using it, like my skincare, if I'm using it daily, I could be talking about something else while I'm doing my skincare. And then they're just seeing me use it over and over. And I might change something a little bit because, I'm one of those, I have my skincare there, and it's what my skin needs. Totally what my skin needs. Okay, I'm going to sidetrack. I squirrel sometimes. If you guys have been with me, I squirrel. Okay, so we have the new Clean Toner. So I went to use it today. I'm going to share a little something with y'all, because I don't want you to, and I'm going to go on, and I'm going to be real when I go on and share this with my customers, and I'm going to tell them, what I did so that they know what not to do. So the new Clean, it has, in the Clean line, we have a toner. And so I'm thinking toners, you get, put a splash and you splash it on your face and you get a good glow and all that jazz, right? So because of my hands, I don't normally do the splash. So I usually put it on a cotton ball or a tissue or something. And I went to do that. Oh yeah, and that's the other thing too. It has a screw-on lid. Every time I've picked this up, I've tried to pop it off. The lid screws on and off. I don't know why. I think it's because the mist has a pop-off that I keep doing it. But I went to put this on, and wow. Okay, so I went to do that, and I'm like, wait a minute, that is not a liquid. So it is a little bit of a liquid. I don't know if you can see that. Make sure you can. But see, it's not dripping out like water. Look, it's a little bit thicker, right? So what I didn't read is that it is a toner serum. which means serums are not water. They're going to be, remember we do thinnest to thickest when we do our serums. Now this one says to use immediately after cleaning your face, and it is a pretty thin serum. But I have to tell you, when I put it on, wow, I was really impressed because my skin is so dry that I was, oh my gosh, it was just, my skin soaked it up, and it was just fabulous on how it feels afterwards. So I am a lover of it. But, it's one of those things that, I can be sharing as I'm adding new things to my regimen. Some of my other is the same. I'm still using, right after I used that, I went back to my, Snell Mucin, my Beyond Glow. Snell Mucin and niacinamide. I'm still using this. So, I'm combining. So they would still see me using this, even though I added something new into. So they're seeing repetition, but they're seeing a little bit of variety. So I wouldn't be doing the exact same video. I wouldn't just be showing the same video over and over, but I would be sharing the product. They would see it, and they would see it, and they're going to see it again because I'm going to use it again. And, I might talk about it. So that is, that's where you need to do is having, products shown more than once. It's not a one and done. We've tried to talk about that a little bit, especially when you're picking your hero products. You don't always have to pick off the front page. It doesn't always have to be a brand new product. It can be a product that you just love and you haven't shown it in a while, and you're like, you know what? I need to show this again because I'm still in love with this product. Look at Tim Brown. If you have been to any conference, if you have been in Avon for any time, Timothy Brown is known for what? And I bet every one of you are screaming it out. He is known for Skin So Soft. The man preaches Skin So Soft all over the place, and that's okay. That is his hero product. He sells more Skin So Soft bath oil than probably anybody in the company, including the places that are open as a store, because he is just educating people on the product, and he loves it, and he sells it. So don't be afraid to share a product over and over. Just don't share the same video. And that's the one thing I want to say too, is that the quality of what we're sharing online versus quantity. You don't have to share every day. You don't have to share 3 times a day. You can share 3 times a week is kind of what they're going for now. Share 3 times a week. And because you want people to know you also, but you want to throw in Avon here and there. It depends on, it just depends on how you want to do it. But what I don't want you to do, and what Avon doesn't want us to do, is just throwing out pictures of a product and then just, putting your store link. Well, what did you tell them what value this is? You don't have to have everything in hand. You can use the pictures. Absolutely, you can use pictures from Avon or the book. But you need to tell what the value is. What is it going to do for them? So making sure that you are getting that relationship, that discussion going is so important, because you can just throwing pictures up isn't gonna hack it. People are just gonna get tired of seeing pictures. They're not gonna know anything about that product. They're not gonna care about the product because you obviously, you need to take your time. So I don't want to, and that's it. Nobody's perfect. Lord help me, nobody's perfect. I am not perfect. the only thing I am faithful on is, and that's it. I've had some of my videos, because I've done it over and over, yeah, they just happen. So I do my campaign video with the book for my customers. So that one happens every 2 weeks faithfully. And then I do 2 videos with you guys, opening the campaign and then mid-campaign. So there are 3 touch videos that I'm doing each campaign, that automatically happen, every campaign. So what I need to do is start adding in some stuff in between. And some of that might be pictures. It doesn't always have to be live. And I don't always have to be on. I need to get that into my head too, is that I don't have to be perfect. Hey, Marianne, glad you could jump on. So yeah, we're talking about, putting stuff on, out on social media. Avon was also talking about, they are saying that to simplify this, pick your social media platform. Now, of course, TikTok is hot. Everybody talks about TikTok. And I know that some of you are screaming, you're like, no, I don't want to do TikTok. And I am very new to TikTok. I'm much more comfortable on Instagram and Facebook, and YouTube. But I'm trying to learn TikTok. But they're saying to try, instead of trying to, last year it was all about get seen everywhere. Get your videos seen everywhere on every platform, and, just get to it and get it done, and, just blast wherever you can. Now they're saying rein it back, take the pressure off ourselves, and make more quality content on one platform, or 2 platforms. If you want to do Facebook and TikTok, if you want to do Instagram and Facebook, YouTube and TikTok, whatever it is you want to do, pick 1 or 2 platforms. I personally use the same video over the platforms, so I'm not making additional content per se for different platforms. So when I do extra, when I do want to share on a different platform, I use the same video. But, the thing is that not everybody's doing this full time. Even I, who, this is my gig. I'm disabled. This is what I have to do. Need to clean my house more often. It is probably what I should be doing. But I'm always, back here working on my Avon and loving what I do, and, I clean my house. But it's just that, I would rather, instead of doing the dishes, I would rather be back here, doing something with Avon, just because it's fun, or doing something crafting. And that's something this year that I'm working on, is getting back into some of my crafting also. But, trying to get something going. So they put out, and I'm gonna disagree with Avon just a little bit. And this happens on occasion, and it's going to be okay. But they put out this daily moves worksheet, and but then they told us not to stress things so much, and just to be able to, work it with 10 hours a week, or whatever, 5 hours a week, whatever it is that you can fit in. Well, then I'm looking at this paper, and it's asking me to fill out paperwork, to fill out this paper every day, finish it every day. And I'm like, I'm not finishing a paper every day to say what I did today, what I accomplished, and then sign it at the end of the day. Not going to happen. It's just not. So I am working on getting, and sorry about that, Marianne. I sent you this paperwork because, I didn't really get into the training. I'm just like, oh, there's new paperwork. So, and Marianne's bundle, where she won the spin of the wheel, she has this paperwork in there. So you can look at it, definitely get some ideas, Marianne. But I am working on something a little bit more that we could check off weekly. Me and GPT are chatting and we're discussing this, and I want to come up with it's things that we can do daily, but we only have to sign off once a week. If you want to make the end of your week Sunday, if you want to make the end of your week Friday, you can sign off once a week and say, hey, yeah, I did these items this week. And I also am going to start every Friday. And I'm just going to do Friday because to me, Sundays are kind of starting a new week. Fridays are kind of closing out a week. On Fridays, I want to start doing shout outs on what we've done this week that you're proud of. It doesn't have to be that you sold $1,000. It doesn't have to be huge. Just something that you have done that that you feel good about, that you're excited that you tried something new or something. And I just want to try to get the team really working on, what we're doing weekly and, what we're proud of. So keep that in mind because that's coming. I definitely will probably ask this Friday. Hopefully you guys will just have something, and you will already, you're already working on things, so you're going to have something to add. So definitely think about that for this Friday. I'm going to post it out there, and I'm going to say, give me something good this week that's happened, or that you did. And it doesn't always have to be Avon, it can be something, something else, that has gone really good. Yeah, so that's where I'm going to retract. And I'm not pushing the daily moves. I totally am behind the activities. I am definitely behind the entire idea. I am just not on here to fill out something daily, because even I won't fill out something daily. The only thing I would do daily is and we've talked about this before if you've been around with me, is if I were to do a to-do list. I have in the past, and I need to start again because I can tell when I'm not doing it that things get frazzled. I need to start doing my to-do list again because if I don't get something, if I have something on my mind, I can completely forget about it. I don't know about you, but I can completely just forget about it. So I need to start writing down my to-do lists. That way I can start scratching them off. I am all for that. I am all for the putting a line through it that it's done, or a check mark that it's done. And I'm doing that all day long. I can totally get behind that. I can't get behind filling out paperwork to say what I did that day. It's just not going to happen for me, and I wouldn't expect it to happen for you. So I'm going to work on something a little bit different there. What else did we do? So yeah, what did I have there? Hi, Mary. Glad you could come on. Audience. Okay, yeah, let's talk about audience. The last little part of this I want to talk about is audience. So if we are out there on social media and we're we're proud of what we put out there. We've been doing, our consistency. We've posted something 3 times a week, or, if you want to post something 5 times a week, once a day, that's, it's up to you. There's no rules, but, what you need to look at also is how many people are seeing what you're posting. If you have 50 people on your wall, there's a good chance that only 10% are seeing it, so that's 5. Could be 5 people seeing your post. That's it. So you're going to have to grow your audience. I am consistently trying to grow mine, and that way I have more people seeing what I'm doing, because if you're just talking to a small amount of people, it's not growing. It's not growing. You're going to be stagnant, and you're going to be frustrated with why am I not getting people talking back to me? Why am I not, none of this, why is nobody, asking me questions? It's because you don't have enough outreach. So that is the other thing that you really need to take a good look at, and it could be one of the things that you work on each week. One of the activities is just going out there, and I've heard Lisa Wilbur, I was on one of hers, and she gave she said that when she was growing hers, that she got out like her old yearbooks, and she said she went through there, and just anybody that she could find, if she could find that they went to her school and that they would have any kind of tie to her, they might remember her, she friended them. Any kind of, different activities she would go to, in her community, she would continue to friend people that way, people she was meeting. A friend of a friend is always a good way to, grow. There's a lot of times that, that I've had somebody go, well, how do you know such and such and such? And it'll take me a moment, and I'll have to really think about it. And I'm like, you know what? This person introduced me to that person, and that's how I know them. And they're like, well, I know them too. And I'm like, well, I did see you on the friend list, so I figured, that they were, pretty cool to add on to mine. So asking for referrals, going through a list of, who you could friend. And it's now able to get followers. So if you are listing your everything publicly, you could gain followers too. So that's important too. So not only friends, but followers. So either or, I would say not either or, both. And you need to grow your audience, because there's no use on making all of that, to talking to nobody. Nobody likes talking to nobody. So that's kind of where I'm going with it right now. I've been working with, like I said, I've just been watching the training. I've printed out some stuff, and now I'm working through it to make it work for me, and hopefully make it work for you. Because I know if I can't commit to something, that I can't expect somebody else to either. Like I said, I'm just going to have to disagree on that one. So I'm going to rework it for us. So keep working. We have through Tuesday for campaign 4. Some of you are working towards new rep bundles. I know Yolanda, you need to get in a C4 order for $100 or more. She is on track to get those bundles from Avon. So even if she's not winning them from me, she can get them from Avon in her first 4 campaigns. So that is open to all new ambassadors. And then we'll see, what comes next campaign. But this campaign, no bundles of free product, but take advantage of that 25% off. Stock up on like what you need. I stocked, I got my, I'm loving the new spray-in conditioner. I got that. I think I picked up a pack of t-shirts, and I don't know. We'll have to see what else I bought, because I don't remember. I know I bought some stuff. I think I bought, and you know what? I even bought, I know I bought a couple of mascaras to keep here, some of what my customers' favorites. And so I'll keep like 2 on hand, but I know that I can sell them because I have customers that are always asking for them. So I keep a little bit of stock just for those people. And I know that it can sell out sometimes. But yeah, I'm getting my order in tomorrow. Hopefully I can show you guys something. Yeah, if go back, watch the replay so you can learn about our new serum. It feels, once it's dried, it almost feels like a protective barrier, if that makes sense. It's not thick, but it tones. I guess it tightens, is what I want to say. That's what I want to say. It kind of tightens, and that's a good thing, right? That's on our face. That's a good thing to tighten up and firm up a little bit. So, yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm going to keep working with it. Today was my first day having it on. So the new toner, definitely give it a try. But with that, I'm going to end it. Go back, watch the replay on everything I talked about for those of you who came in late. But thank you for coming on. I know that, your time is precious, and on different time zones, it can be hard. So with that, you guys, let's finish campaign 4 strong, and I will talk to you all soon.